Hello.
Yes. Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. I know how you are because you just told me.
Yeah. For the listeners, I just wrenched my neck a couple hours ago trying to swat a fly in my room. Yeah, just really stupid. Like the way you always hear about people like really injuring themselves doing something I totally did that just now. Yeah.
Oh God. Well.
Yeah. So I'm fine. And it's not like it's like that's serious or anything. I took an Advil. I'll be okay. But it does hurt to move at all. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here like a paralyzed man this whole time.
It only hurts when I breathe and move and think. Otherwise, it's fine.
Yeah, well, it just hurts all the time, but definitely when I move. That one, 100%. And God forbid, I tried laying down on the bed earlier, which felt great, but I realized I couldn't get up off the bed. God. I had to slither my way off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did something similar to myself not that long ago. Admittedly, in a more like, I obviously shouldn't have done this, but like, you know, still stupid, is like I was sitting on the floor with my daughter, and I was like, I could totally just pick her up and then just get up on my own without like having to
no.
So I like picked her up, and then I just kind of like stood up, and that was a mistake. Bad. That was real.
You can't
bad.
do that anymore.
No. Yeah. I was fucked up for like a week. Like I couldn't sleep right. I was just like, I just totally like my whole body was just like, nope, what are you thinking, man?
Yeah, what were you thinking?
I was
thinking to get up
I was totally
unaided, which was already hard.
Yes.
And then also just like lift a what, 20 pounds, I'm assuming?
No, not quite.
Okay.
At the time, probably would have been like, what, 14 pounds? Still.
Oh, yeah.
It's
very
a baby.
Heavy. Too much.
Too much. More pounds than zero.
Because your body weight is too much. Anyone's body weight is too much. Unless you're like 14.
Yes.
Yeah, then you're good. But no, definitely a hand is under me for all getting up now.
Yeah. It went poorly. Mm-hmm. You have chosen poorly.
Yeah, I was reading something on Reddit earlier, just like because the average lifespan is like, 78, at least here in the U.S. Middle age is 38, actually.
Yeah.
Quite literally that.
I'm coming up on it.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. It's nearer and dearer than it ever has been.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. So
what else you been up to?
I did fail you. I pulled a Steven, actually.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I do that to you all the time. So
you as an expert on pulling a Steven, let me tell you,
I can never complain about that.
You were like, Shogun moves to the top of your list, and I was just like, I'm gonna watch literally everything but that.
Everything else. Yeah, that's how I am. I'm just like, oh, did you recommend me something? Like, oh, no, let me never ever engage that. It's not a conscious decision.
It's like by my recommending it, you just mentally have just kind of checked that you've watched it.
I'm like, it's like, okay, yeah, that's probably good. Like, I understand that that's good now, so I don't need to bother like figuring out whether it's good or not for myself.
It's like the whole like thinking about going to the gym gives you the exact same amount of endorphins as actually having gone to the gym.
Yeah, or just telling anyone about anything you're planning on doing.
Oh yes, it just gets it right out. You're just like, cool, all right, I'm done.
I don't
Mission
need to do
accomplished.
That.
Yeah, fucking checked it off the list. But what I did watch, and we had briefly talked about this afterwards, and I was like, oh shit, no, I haven't watched that yet. I watched Fallout.
Yo, hell yes,
dude.
Yeah, it's so good.
Let me just say this. So I haven't watched Last of Us, so what I'm saying might be incorrect, but this is the best video game show ever?
Yeah. I don't... The best parts of Last of Us were, in my opinion, the vignettes at the start of the episodes that weren't actually the show.
Okay.
Not that the show wasn't great, just to head off any internet mobs. But I think Fallout, like, captured the essence of Fallout, like, perfectly, and that's way harder to do than Last of Us.
Yeah, I mean, because Last of Us being a mostly story-driven game, it's like, just do a story in this same universe and you're fine, Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
Last of Us is kind of cheating.
Yeah, like, the actual mechanics of it is not really that important. It's like, you shoot at clickers,
and it's the Nathan Drake games, right? So it's like, they're meant to be movie-like.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of like, half your work's done for you already. Whereas Fallout obviously is not movie-like at all.
No, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Like, apparently they got the You know, like they took like the actual renderings from the game and then just like 3D printed them. So everything is like literally perfect. It's like just fucking, it's just like, oh, okay. So basically what we've learned is the actual way to, you know, make a hit show based on a video game is to do exactly what everybody's been screaming that you should do for the past, you know, I don't know, since video games were created. Like, hey, can you just make the video game properly? Like, that's what we want.
But no, I mean, you know, the visual language of Fallout, like, is so distinctive that it really does lend itself to a good TV show. Like set design and stuff. I mean, just the vaults is like perfect.
Yeah.
It's like a pre-built set.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, there's some video games where it's really the playing that is like, you know, yeah, you could make a Dark Souls TV show, but like, why?
Yeah, why? It would just be a weird it'd be like a worse Lord of the Rings.
Exactly. It's like the story and like the whole point of the game is that all the story is really obfuscated, you know? So like making it obvious just makes it worse. Whereas like with Fallout, it's like, it's an interesting, as you pointed out, it's an interesting world. Like it's got a fairly unique flavor to it that not a lot of other things do. Like I don't see a lot of like retrofuturism in like.
No, it's a weird concept.
Yeah. And then also like, it's just, I feel like the space that we're in right now from like a I guess comedy perspective, not that it's like a comedy, but like it is comedic because it's Fallout. Like I feel like Fallout is the right kind of comedic for what we like right now as peoples in at least the US and Canada.
Yes, it is very dark.
Yeah, it's like a dark but also like kind of like using
tongue in cheek.
Tongue in cheek, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Tongue in cheek. Yeah. There's a lot of sarcasm in there and a lot of just like
a dark, dry humor.
Yes.
I mean, the whole episode with her being like organ harvested.
Yes.
It's great. You're just like the, you know, humming away.
Oh my God, by the way, fucking what's his name? Matt Berry as the robot.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Just perfect, right?
Like it's cheating. He's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. It's perfect. And of course, Walter Goggins as the ghoul.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, because what was he in recently that I was like, oh, he's also in this. Oh, he's in Invincible.
Oh, of course, yeah. He's also. I just watched Bad Boys 2 for the first time, and he's in that, I think.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, that's someone else. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, because he's the guy in Invincible, the main government man with the.
Is he Cecil?
Cecil, yes, he's Cecil.
Oh God, you're right. Wow.
Yes.
I never even realized that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that's why Cecil's so fantastic, because Walter Goggins is fantastic. Yeah. And also, yeah, he was, Jesus Christ, was he good as the ghoul. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, just really, I mean, everyone was great in that. They got really good actors.
They really nailed the feel of what all of those characters are like. You know, it's like all the vault dwellers. It's like just painfully naive about the situation that's going on, you know, like fucking ghouls, like just like sick of shit.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh my God. No, I was blown away by how fucking good it was. I was like, no, you can't make it this good. What are you doing? Come on, that's cheap.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. I mean, when I first saw the like pictures, I was like, okay, this looks okay, but there's no way it'll be good.
And
because it's Fallout. Yeah, how could you possibly adapt Fallout to a TV series? It turns out really, really well.
Yeah, incredibly. So
yeah,
good job them. You know, A+. I was very happy with that.
Yeah. Excited to see the ruins of New Vegas, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
in season 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very excited.
I did also, of course, watch Invincible, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Did you? That's the first time?
Well, no. I had watched season 1, but I
hadn't seen season 2 yet.
Yeah, I hadn't seen season 2 yet.
Oh, yeah. I mean, season 2, the fucking fight with the Viper squad, where it's just Rex and Duplicate.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, spoilers, you know, but, like, I was so happy that, because after Duplicate died.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I was like, okay, but. And I feel like, you know, okay, actually, we had just finished Free Ren when we watched that.
Oh, yeah.
And I
so
was
you
like,
knew.
and I was like, okay, but come on, like if you are in this situation, you're obviously going to do the free run situation, and you're going to have a duplicate like completely as far away as possible, and just constantly live through the clones. Like, of course you're gonna like that's obvious.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
You figure that shit out on like day 5. You're like, ooh, I got a fucking scratch there. I didn't need to get that. I should have been really far away and never like I should have been in a bunker somewhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
I've read the comics obviously, but I'm watching it with my roommates, and so it's just like having to keep a straight face during those moments.
Oh, of course.
They're like, "Is Duplicate dead?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, looks like it."
Yeah. So unconvinced. It's like, yeah, totally. Definitely seems to.
Okay, I'm better than that. I'm better than that in the moment, I assure you.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
There's so many spoilers in Invincible. It's like,
oh, I can't even imagine.
Every millisecond that happens, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine. I mean, even like the shit with like his dad, like could have so easily been like, oh, okay, cool. So like, you know, that relationship is gonna change and probably change again and change again.
Yeah,
I mean,
change again and change again. Exactly. Yeah, you have no idea how many twists and turns. I do.
Yes, you do. You know exactly. Yeah. You know precisely how many twists and exactly how many turns.
The problem with Invincible is there's too many. Mm-hmm. They went on for too long. It's like in the comic book, they reset the entire universe, and there's still like 60 more issues after that.
Okay, so it's a standard comic book then.
Yeah, well, yeah, but usually that happens over like, I don't know how to, I mean, I guess it did happen over like a decade, theoretically. But like,
I was about to say, it's like, I feel like comic books are like, it's like, you know, normally
usually
like,
standalone comic books don't last that long without like an accompanying universe of, like Batman has like Superman and the Flash and...
Fair.
It's like Invincible was just Invincible.
Yeah. Although it is almost mirroring in a lot of ways.
Yeah, of course. Yes. All in one.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like, you know, normal authors, when they write themselves into a corner, are like, oh shit, man, how am I going to get myself out of this? And like, crap. It's like comic books people are like, the universe didn't count.
Yeah, just reset it. Just press Janet's reset button.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. It's like other people are like, oh, I can't introduce a Deus Ex Machina to just fix everything. And comic book people are like, we introduced like 6 of them in like the first like run, you know, like
all of our characters are Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, so it's like I don't need to justify this. Superman decided to reset he flew backwards a couple times. He reset it's fine. Just don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh my
just
god. Yeah, they did do that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Superman 2 maybe.
Yep. I think that's right.
Fly backwards and yeah. I mean, I could check, but I mean, fuck it.
It's fine. Yeah. No one cares.
No one cares. Somebody cares, and I hope that person is listening. And I hope that person engages with us. Yes. Please engage with the content.
Please engage.
It helps the algorithm.
Engage.
Shit. Oh my god. Also.
Mm-hmm.
We did watch a bunch of Gundam.
Oh, still Gundam. Yeah. Okay. Which one are you watching?
Not still, but yes. I mean, I had told you to watch Gundam, and God, I know that you didn't.
Nope.
Yeah, I knew that.
But I know it's Witch Mercury. I got close to watching it. I will say that.
Oh man, it's just like the successfully closer flybys to the moon. You know, it's just like eventually we're gonna land on it. Yeah. You know, one day.
I've rediscovered that I love Korean Miram manhwa. And I figured out what that genre is finally, so I can find it easily. And so I've just been reading like dozens of those.
Oh, nice. What is that?
It is like grounded-ish martial arts comic books.
Oh, okay.
From Korea specifically. Okay. So I read some Chinese ones, but you know, mostly Korean.
Oh, okay. I'll get back to Gundam then. But then speaking, because you did something to my brain where I remembered a thing that I had forgotten. I watched Solo Leveling.
Oh shit! Yeah. Yeah.
It was honestly
kind of meh.
It was fine. Yeah. I was because like
good description.
We had that whole discussion about like Korean anime is different from Japanese anime, and then I watched Solo Leveling. I was like, not that one. That one is the same.
I would say Solo Leveling is. That's pretty big. The differences are pretty like obvious, I guess, but like the emphasis on like corporate ladder climbing, I guess.
You feel that's absent from Japanese anime as a theme?
1000%.
Okay. All right.
In the way it is in like Korean, at least, where it's like the government's almost an afterthought in a way. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Whereas like Japanese are more like, they're more nebulous. They're more just like families.
Okay.
Whereas in Korea, they're like specifically corporations always. Like Solo Leveling, if memory serves, right? It's like the big thing is him like forming a corporation for himself.
Yes.
Essentially, right?
Okay, that's true. Yeah. I mean, the whole I'm going to make a company.
Yeah, but that's every one of them. Does that.
Okay. I guess it's funny because that's a plot point in both Witch from Mercury and also in the Gundam we're currently watching. So
really? That's weird.
Yeah. So it's kind of yeah.
But like, they're not like Korean style corporations where it's like a family corporation, right? They're more. I'm asking.
I mean, I define because it's like there's an element of this corporation is also our family, but there's I don't know if that's exactly what you mean there.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean literal blood family.
Yeah, no, it's not like that.
Yeah, because I mean that's what Korea is. Kia, right?
Okay.
Or Hyundai, whatever. Like those are not like. Those are family-owned businesses technically still. They're not like corporations in the way we think of them here in America. As close as you can get to like a feudal royal family in this day and age, essentially.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, that didn't... I guess that's true. That didn't really like...
Yeah, it's something that you really start to notice the more you read them, and it's like they're all like... Because that's all they want, right? That's like their like... oppression over there is corporations. So they all want to like overthrow those and like become the head of their own corporation so they can finally live free under their own rules.
Yes, whereas like the Japanese equivalent of that is like what? It's like just don't have to listen to my parents anymore.
Yeah, but don't have to listen to my parents. Yeah.
My parents are like, fucking do this, and I'm like,
yeah.
But how about I just move out of the house and like do something else instead?
I guess if I had to say, it's the Japanese focus more on like being free from society's expectations.
Yeah, that is a fair. I will. Okay, I'll grant you that. That is a fair comparison.
Yeah. I also don't know if you noticed, but like I feel like we just joked like free from parents in Japan, right? You never see parents in Japan. All Korean manhwa, parents everywhere, around every corner. They're taking care of those parents so well. And his little sister, of course. There's always a little sister that he's got to take care of.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, God.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That honestly, like, because I feel like the having the sister to take care of, that's also like a theme, but it's also usually largely because of like absent parents in Japan.
Whereas this is like, instead of, and it's not like, a lot of times the little sister thing is like, she's like cute, romance almost kind of thing where it's like, oh, my little sister, whereas this is more like, I'm your big brother and like you should listen to me because I know what's best.
There definitely is that in Irregular at the Magic High School or whatever.
Oh my God, yeah.
There's another season of that which we're gonna watch, but my God.
I've watched it.
Yeah, I'm not there yet, but we will. But yeah, shit, man. No, Gundam. So we watched we finished Gundam 00, which was that's one of the ones people put up there as like one of the best ones. And I would say that tracks. Like it's probably like, I feel like it straddles the line nicely between like Gundam Wing, where it's like Gundam Wing was like the very like angsty, Gundam, and like something a little bit more like grounded, but there's also like some kind of like I don't want to call magical elements to it, but kind of magical elements to it. I don't know. It's like it's got like all of the right elements in just like the right balance. So like it does feel like it's one of the best of the Gundams, and also the suit designs are pretty fantastic in 00. But like, yeah, the main protagonist especially, like he's like Hiro Yui, but like if Hiro wasn't like just such a piece of shit constantly.
That's what's so fun about Hiro.
Yeah. I want to invite you to my birthday party. I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
It's like that, but like dialed back enough that it's not comedic anymore. It's just like, because anyway, watch it. If you want to watch some Gundams, I've got Gundam recommendations up the wazoo now, because we're going through it. We're like, no, Gundam's actually really good. Gundam is, because like when we first started watching Gundam, like a little back, like when I was like, okay, Lauren, I'm gonna make you watch like original series, like, you know, double 079 or whatever, 0079. Like, we're gonna watch the original Gundam. And she's like, ah, fuck. And I'm like, but we're gonna do it. And after watching it, we were like, oh, actually, Gundam is good, you know. So like, we've been watching. We have added basically every Gundam to the list to eventually watch.
Have you seen Gundam 83 yet? Stardust Memory.
No, we have not, because it's not on Crunchyroll, and so I haven't had a chance to watch it. Although I've heard mixed things about it.
Yeah,
I've heard that it's good, but also that the characters are kind of insufferable in it.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah,
it's my favorite design for a Gundam. So that's all. I'm just curious. It's the big shield Gundam. Yeah, I wonder if you remember that from Battle Assault.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's actually hilarious because now I'm like seeing so many. I'm like, wait a second, was this in Gundam Battle? I'm like, yes, it was. This was in Gundam Battle Assault. A ton of them, by the way, are. I feel like a decent amount of them, at least, maybe not a ton of them, but I feel like a decent amount of them were for Double Zero, or maybe I'm thinking of Zeta and Double Zeta. I can't remember.
You're thinking of Zeta and Double Zeta, for
yeah,
sure.
because there are a ton from that.
Yeah, there were a lot from that one.
Yes, I mean we watched the original series, Zeta, Double Zeta. We've watched Char's Counterattack. We watched MSO18, which always fantastic. But we're watching Iron Blooded Orphans right now, and it's the best one. I mean, like, we're only like we're like 3/4 the way through it, and I don't even need to, like, we're gonna finish it. I don't need to finish it to know. It's like, this is the best one. This is very clearly, like, they figured it out. It's the perfect formula. So Iron Blooded Orphans, fuck, man, and some of the best suit designs. Holy shit! Like the fucking what are they called? The the Greys. Literally, it's the Scout from the Scout starting suit from Armored Core 6. That's what they 1,000,000%. That's what they based the Scout on. Was they based it on the Greys, because it looks. If you look up a Greys, a Mobile Suit Gundam Greys, it's like, that's what it is. It's got the long head and.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they were like, we'll just make a knockoff Greys. It's like,
that's a Gray.
Fuck yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, no, like, you know, I feel like a good Gundam series lives or dies on like the standard suits, you know, like just like the trash suits. And like, I mean, you know, the Zaku 2, incredible. The Leo,
Zaku's still the best.
Zaku is still the best, but Greys might be my second favorite. I do really like it. It's got a certain je ne sais quoi to it that I just, you know, because it's like, I remember when we went back and watched Gundam Wing, like, I was looking at the Leos, I was like, these are not as cool as I remember. Like, they're okay, but like, they look almost painfully generic, you know, because like the Zakus are so interesting looking, and like the Leos are kind of like, oh, did you guys just like not put any effort into this?
I don't know. I think the Leo's classic, but you know, that's just that's my nostalgia goggles talking.
I mean, people love them. I don't know.
I like the fact that like their shoulders are balls. I love that little like.
Oh yeah, that is okay. That is a nice touch. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
That's cool.
I just don't like the face. You know.
It's a World War it's like a Japanese like style helmet though, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of look a little bit like a. Well, I mean, yeah, it kind of looks almost.
I don't know what era it is. It kind of reminds me of a number of different ones. Almost like not even the helmet, the like hats, the commander hats.
Okay.
You know what they mean with like they have like the flaps on the side.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Bill, that
Agreed.
like the jungle hats.
The jungle hats.
I have nostalgia goggles, but that's because I obviously love Gundam Wing.
I mean, I love Gundam Wing too, and we watched that, and we watched you know, whatever the fuck, Endless Waltz, and it's like the whole time I was watching, I was like, I like this, but I don't think this is objectively good. I think I enjoy this, which is fine. You can nothing wrong with that.
Of course, yeah, you can always do that.
Have you seen? Well, two things. Let me hit you with this first. Have you seen any? I know you watch James Hoffman from time to time.
Yes.
Okay. And I assume you're familiar with Hames Joffman?
Yes.
Well, have you seen Hoffman Cometh?
No.
Okay. Hang on. Let me send this to you. This is a lot.
100% bypass.
100%. Yay! Yes, 100% bypass method. Holy shit. Laughed my fucking ass off the first time I saw that. So yes, fucking just... Because I feel like Hames Joffman has not uploaded videos in like fucking... Actually, his channel got deleted for some period of time, but it's back now. But just haven't seen any shit from him in a while. And so I was like, okay, well, this also very good. But have you seen the Perfect Dark trailer?
Like the old N64 game?
No, the new one. I'm gonna send it to you.
Is it the remake by that one Night Dive Studios?
Maybe I sent you the trailer.
Oh, this is Xbox. I see. Because they were doing a remake already.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess this studio got bought by Xbox, probably.
Probably.
Microsoft, whatever. I see they found a new skin to put on Watch Dogs.
Oh, you're thinking Watch Dogs? I was thinking Deus Ex.
Well, they look like they're discrete levels so far.
I mean, to me, this feels like what is it called? Like the Budapest in Deus Ex Human Revolution, Mankind Divided?
Is that the first or the second new one?
That's the second new one.
Okay. I don't remember that one as well.
And then they also got the fucking like Mirror's Edge parkour mechanics. Yeah, so anyway, I mean the rest of this is just like whatever, like the story, and I don't give a shit. But the point is like fucking Deus Ex plus Mirror's Edge parkour looks yes, I want that. I would like that thing, please.
I'll reserve judgment.
Of course. I mean, but initial signs to me look promising.
I don't know. Deus Ex to me also has to include like many things,
such as
I don't know, like a hub zones you can like get side quests from and like interact with people in a non-combat setting.
I'm not convinced this doesn't have that yet. I'll have to see, but like I'm not convinced.
Skill tree, like an actual skill tree, leveling up. You know, I mean, it might. I mean, that looked like an action stealth game so far. So
okay. Well, yeah, I will reserve judgment, but like I saw that, I was like, ooh, that looks.
I also have no nostalgia for Perfect Dark, so
I barely do. I played some Perfect Dark, and it was. I mean, what I played of it was good, but like I don't really care. Like when they were like, "Oh, we're remaking Perfect Dark," I'm like, "That's cool." I mean, Perfect Dark was sort of interesting. Like there was some cool stuff in it, you know, like that, like the laptop gun. That was neat, but like, and the Farsight, I think that was in Perfect Dark, the one that could shoot through walls.
Yeah, the Farsight. Yeah, that's the one I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking cheese as hell gun.
Like, yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, but yes, it's. I don't know. I hope that they are going in the direction that the trailer gives me the impression they're going, of Deus Ex meets Mirror's Edge in perfect harmony.
Yeah, like combining those two makes the Deus Ex part worse that's what I think, I guess.
Well, I mean, like I guess if they have like skill tree stuff related to like traversal, you know, of like, oh, I can now get into this place because I could do like a double wall jump. Like I'm already like creating my own game in my mind that might not actually exist, but
yes, exactly. Yeah. I try not to do that.
Yes. That was a lesson that I think many people either learned or did not learn, but I watched a lot of people do it from Cyberpunk, where like they were like, you could do anything, and people are like, oh, here's all the things I want. They're like, no, not that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just like I saw no evidence in a trailer of anything.
Yeah, well,
but cool. See. I mean, yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
What have you? Anything else you've been?
Let's see here. I watched Civil War, the new A24 movie. Well, I mean, they have a lot of movies out, but
A24. Oh, A24. That's
the one that makes all the good movies now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the company that makes movies now that are worth watching. I think it was A24 that made it.
A24, correct.
I just assume it was.
That was correct.
Yeah. And it's also Alex Garland, who made like Dread and Sunshine and 28 Days Later and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That also helps.
I hadn't even heard of this.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah. Oh well, you'd probably like it. It's about a modern day American Civil War.
Interesting. Is it just a movie, or is it like on something?
I mean, yes, it is. It is both a movie and also online now, because all things are that. I think it's legally on Max though now, so
doesn't help me.
Oh,
you know what I did find out?
Yeah.
I did find out that Shogun is actually on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, I have to get that eventually, so.
You don't have to.
You know that I kind of do, though. Once you have a baby, it's I think at a certain point it just becomes required that you get Disney Plus. It just sort of like comes with.
I see what you're saying.
You know, you just like on the list of things. It's like, okay, you got to get diapers, and you got to get formula, and then you got to get Disney Plus.
just a 24-hour Bluey stream, you'll be okay.
Yeah, there you go. You know, fucking got to get that Bluey queued up. Ready
Apparently,
to go.
yeah.
Jesus,
that's what I hear.
So Civil War. Okay, I have to write that down because I don't pay attention to movies anymore. That's another problem. So it's like I didn't even just never even crossed my mind that was a thing.
I think that's the only thing I remember watching that I was like really blown away by recently, at least. Yeah, and then obviously I've just been reading piles of manhwa, but those are all essentially identical.
I assume that means you have not gotten to any more Dune books.
No, I have not. No,
fair enough. Oh, you know what? I actually am. I'm actually reading a thing right now.
Oh,
yeah. I'm reading Color of Magic.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, first Discworld book.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So
it's fucking good.
It is good. I'm only about halfway through it, but I'll report back with my findings.
Terry Pratchett. I mean, he's so good.
Yes, I mean it reminds me a lot of Douglas Adams in a lot of ways. You know, I think it's like a similar kind of like vein of humor.
Yeah, they're both British.
It's very accurate.
Yeah,
it's very accurate.
It's British humor.
There you go. It is certainly a genre of humor that has this particular flavor.
I say that so confidently. Yes, he's definitely British. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Whew.
I mean, he is Sir Terry Pratchett, so that
I know. I was like, wait, Terry Pratchett? That yes, and I saw Sir, and I was like, yeah, thank God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you get an OBE, even if you weren't British before, you kind of are now.
I think maybe even literally. Right?
Yeah, actually, that might. You know what? I said that kind of like offhandedly. But
yeah,
that
I know
actually
you
might
did.
be true.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, they might get a citizenship.
If there is nothing else, I do have one song.
Okay, yeah, lay it on me.
Yeah. So actually, relatedly, this partially came about this song "Messy Job." This partially came about because I've been trying to like add more distortion to shit because I feel like I don't use that properly enough. And let me know when you hit play, by the way.
Okay, it started immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. I like the start. That was nice. I think it's a good use of distortion. There was one part. Where is it? It's right before. It's like the first lyric.
Okay.
Where is that? Like right here. Yeah, there we go. 37. That sample where it's like a garbled screaming. That's like the best. That's the best vocal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love that. That little sample is so good.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
The giant scream.
Yeah, the giant scream. That's what it's called.
So that's okay. So that is Alexandria Botez, who's like a chess streamer.
Oh yeah.
Screaming through a like tremendous amount of vocal distortion.
Well, that's a great sound effect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was once I got that, I was like, oh, this is gonna work out. This is gonna be just fine.
Yeah. That reminds me of like Emissars singing or something. It's a good scream.
It's a good one. I was like that one because like I was like, oh, I need a scream for this. I was like, wait a second. My YouTube algorithm has popped up so many of Alexandra Botez screams, and I'm like, I bet I could use one of those. And literally the first one, I was like, that's the one. Yeah, and then I poured it through I have a vocal synth plugin, and like one of the presets for it is called death metal. And I put it into that. I'm like, that's what I was looking for.
That's great. Yeah.
I also like, I took that same scream, like, I think, where is it at? At a minute 42. It's that
Wait,
same.
You used it more than once?
Oh yeah.
I feel like I heard it more than once. Okay. Minute 42. Oh, it's a different one though. I see. You distorted it differently.
It's actually all of the same distortion on it, but then I added something just over the top of it to just scramble it up like crazy. Sounds like
it does lose the haunting element.
Yeah. Sounds like a fucking xenomorph though, or some shit.
It just kind of sounds like you're like doing a disc scratch.
Yeah. I mean, it's doing, I don't even know what it's doing. It's just doing a bunch of, I just kind of clicked through presets. I was like, oh, yep, there we go. That's the one.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like I was like, I don't use distortion enough. Let me take one of my drum plugins and just run it through like an amp distortion simulator. And then just like, I was like, and then I made the first little part. I was like, oh, okay, that's dope. I'm going to make something on top of this. Oh shit. Actually, speaking of such, I've been listening to Filmmaker.
Yeah, of course. They're great.
Yes. Well, I mean, you would recommend that one album, and I think that was before I was making music.
I think so.
And I had not the amount of appreciation for it that I should. But man, like listening to that has been like sending me down a rabbit hole of like messing around with my modular synthesizer plugins again. because I was like, oh man, because a lot of the stuff that I read like an interview like from him, and like it sounds like a lot of the stuff that he's doing is like he sets something up and then he does like a one take like recording off of it.
Yeah,
and
he releases like fucking 5 albums a year. He has to be doing that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. And so I've been setting up patches in the modular synth thing, and I've got my one like MIDI interface that's got like a bunch of knobs on it, and I've just been like hooking stuff up to knobs and then like messing around with knobs, and then like 3 hours go by. I'm like, oh my god, what's happened? I'm just like sitting here like messing with knob. Like, what if I just do this and mess with this knob? I'm like, ooh, that's cool. And I just like play that out for like an hour. So nice. I have to actually record some of that stuff eventually, but that's been that is I have gained a new appreciation for what he is doing, because I was just clearly did not understand it the first time around.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. All right. Shall we move on to some albums?
Let's do it.
All right. So we did the usual fare this time around. Just business as usual for It's Two Brothers podcast. But I recommended 2 albums to you. Peach Club by Emma Rosa and Velocity Design Comfort by Sweet Trip. So
yes,
Peach Club was literally just like I had been listening to this like nonstop for like a couple weeks, and I was like, this is so much. This is just like a fun, good album, and I have a feeling it's going to be something that you will like. And then for whatever reason, I stumbled upon this Sweet Trip album just through some like weird like Googling, and then all of a sudden I was like, this came up, and I listened to it once, and I was like, well, whatever else I was going to recommend now doesn't go on the list, because this has to go on the list. So everything else gets eliminated immediately in favor of this. So yeah, that's these 2. And then what did you recommend to me, Steven?
So I recommended Run the Jewels 2, which is by Run the Jewels.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. Yeah. Just to make it clear. Run the Jewels to Run the Jewels 2.
Yeah. They do tell you all about Run the Jewels during the...
Yeah, just because you've been getting more into doing production, obviously.
Yes.
So this is all production, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And like the cutting edge stuff, or at least the cutting edge stuff from like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the other one is Urban, or I guess, which one's the band? I guess Allo Boy is the band.
Allo Boy.
Allo Boy, and Urban Hermit's the album.
Correct.
And I recommend that just because this is what I've been listening to recently.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a recent find.
Yes.
Oh,
and
okay.
It had an album attached to it, so I was like, "Oh, this is perfect."
Nice parallel, then. We one recent listen and one like
old recommend.
Yeah. Although I guess for me they're both recent listens, but whatever.
They're both recent listens. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. There was one that just magically went to the top of the list.
Parallel schmerallel.
Okay. So I want to do Run the Jewels and Sweet Trip last. So I think it's between. I would assume it's going to be between Peach Club and...
let's do Peach Club first, then.
Let's do Peach Club. All right. So, what'd you think?
This was good.
Hell yeah.
I liked it. It's very... it had that problem of, like, I felt like I was listening to 3 different bands that I've listened to before, but I couldn't tell you what any of those 3 bands were. So that was that was like an earworm in my head the whole time, where I was like, man, this sounds like something and something else. But I think that's just an artifact of its time and genre. Although I will say, well, I mean, just in a general sense, I love this album. It was a great album.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was great. The singer reminded me a lot of Three's singer. That's
Really?
the only thing I could really pin down.
Really?
There was a number of times. I mean, he has a lot of vocal range, obviously, but there was a number of times. I think like what? Don't Cry is a really great example. Like around 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Hang on.
No, that's more. It's like he has that kind of cadence. Yeah, right there. No, more like 26.
26.
More the more you know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't. That didn't come across to me.
Yeah.
But now that you say it, I can't unhear it.
Yeah, he sounds a lot like him, and that made me like the band a lot, obviously, because 3 is my favorite rock band.
3 is fantastic. I mean, impossible to search, but my God.
Oh, God, yeah. Ugh.
Just the best. Yeah, I feel like this is this album is really stacked towards the beginning. Like, Given Up Through Get Back Up are quite possibly like some of the 4 best intro songs to an album that I've ever heard. It's just like I would blast through those first 4 in no time at all, because it's just like, oh, these are so fucking good.
Well, it's interesting. It's like, I would say the front half is like the happy half of the album.
Oh, for sure. Tonally, yeah.
Which might come across as like it being more like better just because of it's like there's more stuff going on. But I don't know if I would say it's like the other half of the album is like not also really good.
Oh no.
Still.
I think
it's just not as showy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's because I don't know what this time period is. I guess it's like late 80s. I mean, like, when was Michael Jackson super popular? Because that's what this is. It's like Michael Jackson music in a lot of ways.
Oh God. Wow. You're right. I didn't even think of that because I don't listen to that.
Yeah. But that's what this is.
Very much.
It's very, I mean,
oh my God. You're right. Yeah. Wow.
If you listen to their follow-up to this, whatever the fuck that was called, is it Sting? Is that right? Yeah, Sting. If you listen to Sting, I mean, he even does like the Michael Jackson, like the like he does those. So it's like, okay, I get what the influence is. Like I figured it out. It's, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, but like,
because it reminds me a lot of like shoegaze almost too, though.
Well, it's interesting. Okay, it's interesting that you say that, because I think that there is an element of that in here somewhat. I mean, they used to be like a post-hardcore band. And I mean, you know, post-hardcore to some degree does pull in, I mean, they pull in like math rock elements, they pull in like sometimes shoegaze elements. And so like, that's not a surprising thing to hear, that like a band that used to play like very straightforward post-hardcore music, like would still have those elements kind of hiding in the background somewhere. And like, they definitely do. Like, they definitely do.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a like, it's a very uplifting album too, despite the first 2 song titles be Given Up and Don't Cry. And they repeat the lyrics enough that even I like had to listen to them. It's just like, I know he says get back up in Get Back Up.
That's good. That's good.
Get back up. You know, that's what it takes for me. You have to say it literally 30 times per song. And I get back up. Oh. Well, I don't know. It's hard to pick out a like favorite song on the album out of all of them.
Oh, favorite song.
What's yours? Yeah.
I think it's probably Don't Cry.
Don't Cry. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that one is really good.
Like, because it's the most, I mean, it's got like that like 80s synth bass like sound to it, you know. It's got like the big fucking like gated reverbs. I mean, like it's doing all
chorus.
Of the tropes that I like in this like particular era of music that they're trying to emulate. And it's like doing them really well. Like, this is like, it's like the best. Like, I feel like if you slipped this into like the soundtrack of the next Stranger Things, people would be like, oh yeah, I remember this song from the 80s. It's like, fuck no, you don't. That's from 2019, bitches.
This reminds me a lot of like Minus the Bear stuff. And
I feel like Minus the Bear treads in the same
bit.
Kind of ground. So that tracks.
That's all it reminds me of, not in like a negative way, but
yeah, because I feel like Minus the Bear is trying to kind of, I don't know what genre they were trying to, especially like in their early stuff. I don't know exactly what they were trying to like.
Yeah,
make.
Exactly. Yeah, it's hard to pin down, but I find myself comparing music to them a lot.
Yeah, it's not this, right? Well, I guess it's like you know, late 80s, early 90s power pop.
It's like Don't Cry, I would say, is like, that's so much like that. Especially the like 130 where he's like, where it like speeds up and he's like, what you put me through.
Oh, so
yeah.
Oh, and he's like, his singing is so good on this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's carrying for sure. I mean, not that I mean, I do also like how production heavy this is.
Oh yeah,
obviously, you know, the little claps and the little accoutrements of sound. I
mean, yeah, it has very clearly a pop production to it. Also, they don't have a drummer.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this I think their drummer left, and like all of the, like, I think this and even the next album, they don't actually, it's just a drum machine for all of this. Because there's no drummer credited, so I'm assuming, and like when they're live, they have some just like random session drummer, so like.
Huh, that's interesting.
I know, I didn't even, because I was like, who's the drummer on this? It's like, oh, it's no one. That's who the drummer is.
So bad. I think that might be my answer.
So bad. So Bad is great. Yeah, okay. You know what? Okay, I said first 4. I actually meant first 5. I lied.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, how could you not include So Bad?
No, So Bad, yeah. The only weak track for me is Hell of It.
Hell of It. I think only because all the other songs are so strong. But I think Hell of It, even on its own, is a strong track.
Here's what I don't like about it. It's not that, yeah, I think as its own, like if it was just a single by itself, I'd be like, yeah, I can rock this. It's alternative rock, right? Like in a way that the rest of this is not. Like this is very clearly alt rock, whereas everything else is like pop or power pop, you know? Like it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel coherent with the rest of the album. No, you're right.
This is the most 3 song. That might be why I have a soft spot for it. I'm realizing that now.
It feels like it feels like a 3 song from the 3 album you don't like as much.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, because actual good 3 is the live album, obviously.
And it's impossible to replicate because if you're not Joey Eppard, you can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which is why it's just beautiful. But yeah, I mean, this is a great album. I love XO, actually. I think it's a really nice little track.
You know what this reminds me so much of? This reminds me of a, what's the name of Ed Sheeran? It reminds me of like an Ed Sheeran track.
Yeah, they have a lot of range. They hit a lot of good stuff here.
Yeah, this feels like a pop victory, like pop rock victory lap.
Pop rock victory. I like that. Yeah.
That might be the podcast title. Okay, we got a title, everybody. Wrap it up. We got a title.
We got a title. Let's see here.
God, yeah, because like this. What's the What's the Ed Sheeran track that I like? It's like Something About You, not Shape of You though. Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran.
I've never listened to any Ed. I didn't even know who he was when he showed up in Game of Thrones. So that's the only reason I never heard any of him. I guess that's what he sounds like, though.
Yeah, I mean, like you go to like around. Okay, I'm just gonna send you this. Like around like 30 seconds in Thinking Thinking Out Loud. So I'll just send this to you. Go to around 30 seconds. It's got a similar feel to it. It's not the same, but they're doing a similar thing with like the acoustic and the kind of like offbeat.
Sure, yeah, it's R&B-ish.
Yeah,
I guess not really.
That's funny because I switched from where I was in the Ed Sheeran song to where I was in XO, and it sounded almost exactly the same to me. Like same key and everything, I think.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, if you're going acoustic vocals, you know. Yeah, no, you're right though. The first 5 songs are the best for sure.
They're doing a certain thing that the rest of the album isn't necessarily doing, and I like that thing that they're doing in the first 5 songs. I like the rest of the album, but I really like the first 5.
Yeah, they have there's a bubbliness to all the songs there.
Yeah.
Like IW2, it's kind of forgettable.
Yeah, that reminds me a little bit of like, what does that remind me of? Like a little bit of a what the fuck is the name of the band? Death Cab? Death Cab
never listened to them.
You've never listened to Death Cab for Cutie?
Nope.
That feels impossible. I don't know if I could actually believe that.
I mean, if I have, it was like from your playlist back in middle school.
Well, yeah, but you've listened to like Transatlanticism, right?
Transatlanticism.
I just feel like if you haven't,
It's like the more popular an artist is, the less likely that I've listened to them because of how my music journey happened.
Except for I feel like there is a certain level of pop, like there is a popularity uncanny valley for you.
Yes, that's
where
true.
I've listened to it and you haven't, because if they're really popular, I feel like you probably have listened to it because you've like either through other people or just made a point of listen to a bunch of popular music that I just have not listened to. But if they're like,
sure, I guess, yes, you're right. Yeah.
If they're like a little bit popular, but not a lot popular, then I probably listen to it. And you do.
I do make a point of keeping an eye on the top 100 just so I understand what is happening in music.
It's not a bad, I mean,
it's never pleasant. I never enjoy any of those songs generally because it's mostly like, it's a lot of like Spanish romance music now. Like Spanish language romance music. Like I can't even think of any artists, but you would know. And it's just like, yeah, it's not bad, but it's not my thing.
I do really like Wait Stay. The last track.
Oh yeah, actually, yes, of course. I was gonna say at least they finished strong.
Yeah, he's like he goes really falsetto in this. It's just like, and it's very pleasant.
Yeah, I know this is a good album because whenever YouTube tries to keep auto-playing songs after this album's done, I can always instantly tell. I'm playing a video game and I'm like, why is the music suddenly like distracting me instead of like improving my mood? Oh, it's because the album is over and I'm like 2 minutes into some bullshit.
Yeah. This is one of those albums that I would start, run to the, because I always turn off autoplay because I hate autoplay, but like I would run it to the end and I would just click, all right, hit me again, bartender. Let's go. Come on, circle around again. Fuck yeah, man. All right. Okay, cool. I had a feeling you were going to like this, but I'm glad that I was correct.
Yeah. And so I guess next we should talk about Urban Hermit.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
What'd you think?
Okay. Let me not bury the lead. I liked it.
Okay, great.
This is not an album. Like, it's so weird. Like, I feel like this is the most, like, it's good, right? Like, I like all of the tracks individually on them. I do not feel like this is coherent as an album necessarily.
Oh yeah, well, God no, yeah, sure.
This is like, it's like,
I agree 100% with that.
Like, and it's not like a sense of like it's an electronic music problem, because it's like, I mean, you know, Boards of Canada makes albums. And their albums, Aphex Twin makes albums, and their albums, fucking, you know, the one guy, the Pesci, he made an album and it sounded like an album. This does not sound like an album. This sounds like 7 songs that this guy picked out that he liked and put into a thing.
Yeah, and then he put a giant tit
Android?
robot lady.
Yeah, robot lady.
Why you use that as your album art?
Why not?
It's
Why
so
not?
terrible looking.
Oh, it's awful.
It's so awful. It makes me embarrassed to even recommend the album.
But it is good.
It is good.
It is good.
And it only has like 4,000 plays on some of these songs.
I know,
like
it's crazy.
Criminal.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, good feeling. It gives me a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's the album. That's the song that I like. Just like showed up in my list that made me go like, okay, I'll listen to like other stuff by this person because it's just catchy.
It is. I feel like Give Me More is the one that gets stuck in my head the most, though.
No, that's the best one. That's my favorite for sure. Give me more, give me more.
I want to be sure. It sounds like something you would say. I want to be
I
sure. It doesn't. It's a thing.
No, it does. It's the kind of thing where I immediately was like, this is a song for my people for sure.
There's an element of like Pirates of Penzance to like the diction in it. It's just like, give me more, give me more.
I want to be sure that I have everything. Yeah, no, it's very operatic. I love it. Yeah, I think about it a lot when I'm playing video games now. Just like, yes, I want to be sure that I have everything.
I want to be sure that I have everything.
Yeah.
Oh God, what is the Pirates of Penzance lyrics? It's like,
I want to be a modern major general.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be a modern major general. I want to be sure that I have everything.
And then With You.
Okay, so With You is the first part where I was like, dude, what are you doing here? I love With You. With You is, it's got the most plays, and I can see why.
By far, yeah.
It is far and away my favorite track. It's Witch House. It's a Witch House. Why is song 3 of a 7-song, 22-minute album just randomly a Witch House track? Like, yeah. I don't understand.
This guy just makes some shit.
I'm not mad. I'm just confused. That's all. Yeah. But yeah, oh God. This track, it's just like, I don't know if this is technically Witch House, but like, I don't care. It's basically.
No, I think that's a good description. Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of White Ring.
I think it's the like reverb on the like drums, I think.
Well, and obviously like the sample of like, you know, like the vocal or like.
Sure. Yeah. I
like
want to be with you.
It has a very Witch House feeling to it. It actually sent me down a huge rabbit hole trying to find more Witch House bands, which by the way, Flesh is a good Witch House band.
I wonder if they're on my list. I'm assuming it's the one with the black and white girl. I Come From Salem.
Oh, yeah. I Come From Salem. That's correct.
I never heard this. Okay, done. Gonna put on my list. I love. Oh no, Flesh. Yeah. I've listened to Come and See This. I love Come and See This Cruel World. That's like my favorite album.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. I love this band. Yeah.
Okay,
Black Crown on that album is like fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, dude. Jeez, fucking Christ, so good.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding me this band exists. I need to like more of their songs. So they show up more in my playlists.
But then it switches to Paranoid, which also, great track, nothing to do with the previous track whatsoever.
Yeah. I feel like I'm skipping ahead a little. I feel like the most egregious track here that does that is New World, though.
Let me listen.
the fucking Mars song.
Oh yeah.
That one always, whenever that one comes on when I'm listening in the background, I'm like, okay, I want to just skip over that particular song real quick.
And now walking on Mars. I love this track though.
Yeah, but
actually, I love it.
It's great, but it's so silly.
Oh,
it's such a silly song.
A lot of this I mean, Give Me More is silly, but I love it.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
This is a silly album.
I can just imagine like a little like cartoon silver spaceship with like the red wings flying around Mars. And it always takes me out of the song.
Again, this sounds like something that you would sing in the car. Just like singing this. Like,
it appeals to me too much. It feels pandering. That's how maybe I should put it.
You looked at like this album. You're like, this is like looking in a mirror, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's like the fucking steampunk band. Do you remember that band?
Oh, Dr. Steele.
Dr. Steele. Yeah, it's just like I loved that band for like a week or two. Well, longer than that, unfortunately. But like after a while, I was like, I like this too much, and it is wrong, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to that a fair bit. I was like, Dr. Steele is amazing. And then it comes on now, and I'm like, skip immediately?
Yes, just get the shit out of my face.
I was like, this is dumb. Why did I ever like this? Goodbye, please.
Yeah, Dr. Steele, God. Yes, but Paranoid. Yeah, another great one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I love like it's just like the call and response between just like the little like bass line bits and then the vocals. You know, it's like boom.
Yes.
It's like, No, it's like it's very laid back, but it's very intentional, and it's just like I don't like it the most because I love With You because it's fucking Witch House and I love that. But like, this is good. I do really like this kind of like very chill electronic music with vocals. Like this is a very good this whole album is a very good example of electronic music with vocals. Like if you're gonna do it, like this is a good example of doing it correctly.
You got to use them as instruments.
This album is fun. I like it. This album is a fun time.
I have a like check. I have a like thumbs up whatever for every song on the album.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. Even New World has a like. Lacrimosa is also obviously it's great.
Yeah, I feel like he's doing the same kind of like singing on Lacrimosa that he was doing on New World, but like it sounds less silly on Lacrimosa.
Yes, by far. Because New World is drifting past the moon is the first lyric. We'll arrive there soon. And then the curtains open and you see the little spaceship on the wire.
I can't visualize it.
As the lights come on, it's just like it's too well done. That's the problem.
You know what? Maybe it's because I like I love that one David Bowie song that this doesn't even faze me.
What David Bowie song?
The fucking, Major Tom, whatever.
Oh, of course.
Space Oddity.
Space Oddity, yeah.
Like, I mean, this is like, it's like, it's just...
It's great. No, it's great.
Major Tom. Is ground control to Major Tom. The circuit said there's something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom?
It is. The singing is great. I got to listen to that part where he says Mars again. Dreaming of walking on Mars.
Exactly. It's just like, how can you... Dreaming of walking on Mars, wanting to find...
It's so good. Yeah, you're right. No, you've won me back over. It's great.
You can't deny it. It's not Dr. Steele. It's incredible. That's what it is.
I just like, he goes so high there. It's crazy.
It is painfully high.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that's a great song. And then he finishes off with Serenity. At least he knows how to finish the album.
Yeah, although nice Serenity kind track. Of like, I mean, like it is as much of an outro as an outro can be, but it's like it is just that,
Yeah. He's not doing a lot there.
Yeah, it's a good track, but it's like. I don't have a lot.
It doesn't quite do it for you.
I don't have a tremendous amount to say about it.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I enjoyed this more than I expected to from the
picture,
the cover art.
Yeah, as soon as I like put it in the Discord and it like popped up the like half screen full picture of the album art, I was like, yeah, okay.
Like this had the feel of a throwaway album, like I just need to throw another one on here. And I ended up liking this a lot more than I thought I was going to. I was like, this is really good. Like, this is not like, I was like, because like, at first I was like, is this just like okay, we just need another album on here. But it's like, this is good. I enjoyed this.
If I'm listening to it, then I figure it has to be at least acceptable.
Fair enough. There's a certain level of acceptability that must be crossed. Oh,
I guess it's because I had more than one song from him. I was like, okay, I can rely on this person to make music.
Well,
which he did.
He did. So, should we talk about velocity, design, and comfort?
Yes, we should. Yeah, hell yeah, we should.
Oh my god. What
I
did you think?
Loved this album. Holy shit, it is so good. This is a find, in my opinion.
This album, because you've never heard of this, right?
No, never. Never in my life.
I mean, how did we miss this?
And it's from 2003, which is crazy.
I mean, you, me, Mason, no one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if Mason's ever heard of this band, first off. And then second off, there's a wide world out there.
You say
It's
that.
A lot of music.
And that's true. But, like, I feel like this is one of these ones where, like, it should have come up in conversation somewhere. Because there's, like, a whole group of people that are, like, apparently within, like, the glitch music, like, sphere, this is, like, the album.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And people are like, yeah, you'll never find another VDC. They abbreviate to VDC, by the way. They're like, VDC,
Wow.
You'll never find another one.
Well, I mean, they're right. This is like a mind-blowingly good album. It's like when I within seconds of putting on the first song, I was like, oh shit, Jason found something. This is something.
Yeah. And the first track, as amazing as it is, I feel like doesn't even do the rest of the album justice to like what it's about to do to you.
I don't know. I honestly think the first track is the best track.
I'm going to disagree with you, but I know what you mean because it is fucking incredible. Like that part, I'm coming up to it. I think it's like around, a minute 30 where it's like, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, just the whole fucking track is like, it's so dense and so good. It's like, there's as much stuff happening in this song that I feel like, I mean, this is not really literally, but like, then the whole album.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is so, it's like listening to, like Dorian Concept for the first time, where I'm just like, oh, like, this is a new level.
It's like listening to Dorian Concept as if they squeezed the entire album down into one song.
Yeah. It's also crazy because I forgot to mention this. Me and one of my roommates, Chandler, has been playing, we've been playing LSD Dream Simulator again.
Yep.
Just something to do before Elden Ring DLC comes out. And just like, this music is so reminiscent of the music in that game. Especially this first song, that it's just like, I don't know, it really hit me.
I could see that. I remember that game having some weird fucking music to it. So
yeah. And then the rest of the album is fucking amazing still, but the songs are more melodic.
Well, see what I feel like happens, right? So like after the first track, like you start getting into like, because this band was like, I think they were like somewhat of like a shoegaze band.
Oh, really? Interesting.
And so
I can see that.
There's a ton of like pop shoegaze elements in this.
Yeah,
but
and
then
obviously
mixed with all the crazy bullshit.
Yes, yeah, which is amazing. And obviously the next track is literally called Disco, so it's no surprise it's more like poppy, right?
Yeah.
Because it is very poppy. It's like so poppy.
And it's like, it's that poppiness mixed with just like the sheer insanity. Like, just like, oh, the humanity. My God.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed the whole album wasn't like Tekka.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
the first time on, I was like, oh my God. And then and then Disco came on and I was like, oh, this is a song now that I can like comprehend. A really good song, but like, I'm not like sitting there like with my head in my hands going like, oh my God, what am I listening to? Although I will say that doesn't hold for the rest of the album. I feel like we get back to Tekka level on some of these songs.
Oh,
for sure.
Some of these get insane. Yeah, I feel like Disco is like setting you up for like, okay, there are going to be melodic elements.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's not just crazy.
But yeah, because like Velocity is absolutely. I mean, it's slower, but it's a lot of that like nutso-ness to it.
Yeah, Velocity is pretty good. I don't have a lot to say about Velocity though, other than obviously the middle part, which is great. But
I love that.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great part.
No, I mean, for me, I feel like Velocity
does live up to its name.
It's interesting because for me, I feel like Velocity is so indicative of the rest of this album.
Indicative, yes, but not the best. I think Fruitcake and Cookies is the best, after.
Fruitcake and Cookies
is really good. It's so good. It's so good. I mean, like every part of it, I think I can skip to literally any part of this song.
I almost feel like around like the vocal that comes in around like, a minute,
2 minutes. Oh, a minute.
Yeah, minute 50-ish. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
also
2 minutes. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it almost sounds like a bossa nova type vocal.
Yes, exactly. Yes, 100%. Yes. Yeah, this song, it's so beautiful while still like having the crazy glitch stuff happening.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then like at 4:30 when they start going to distortion.
Well, yeah, specifically 4:24.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Breakdown, baby.
But at 4:30 they like double, like I guess 4:28 technically. It like they come in and then it doubles, right?
Yeah.
Like it hits your other ear. And like that's cool. That's like I love that effect when they do that.
Do you want to know what blows my mind about this album? It is an hour and 13 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it at all though, yeah.
Well, and like I don't know what kind of shit they had in 2003 to make music, but they have some pretty advanced fucking shit right now, and it would take me a long fucking time to make an hour and 13 minutes of this. So I can only fucking imagine what they had to go through to make an hour and 13 minutes of this in 2003.
You watched La Jetée or whatever, right? With the digital Japanese artist guy that they spent like an hour on. You remember that part, right?
La Jetée?
No.
Sans Soleil?
Sans Soleil, thank you. Remember they did the Japanese digital artist guy?
Yeah.
In that movie? I imagine that's how he did it. That kind of analog system.
It's nuts. It's
I mean, it is nuts.
This
yeah,
is...
But it might not, I was saying is it might not take as long as you think because he probably had to do it. You just had to do it. You know what I mean?
You just got to do it, man.
You just had to do it. There wasn't any messing around with like digital dials endlessly. You just had to plug things into things and make music to a degree, obviously.
Yeah.
Not that the other way isn't also making music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, is it Pro Love Ad that is my favorite?
That's the best
song?
thing. Yes, it should be because it's the next best song after Tekka.
Yeah, because it's got a lot of the craziness, but then it brings in the vocal element.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. It might be this one.
Yeah. Pro Love Ad is the one that always brings me back to the fact that I'm listening to it. It's like because Velocity and Fruitcake Cookies are longer tracks that are more like, I don't want to say samey, but their length they're less exciting.
Yeah, it takes longer for them to get to their destination.
Yes, whereas Pro Love Ad is just like ha ha ha.
And it also has the best vocal hook. It's like, into the ladder.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying. Into the ladder. It's like, oh,
get right into that larder.
Right into the larder, man. Where do you put the bacon? Into the larder.
I think it's something about love, but I can't tell what the fuck they're saying. Yeah. And the breakdown at like 4 minutes.
Well, even before that, the breakdown at what, 2 minutes 14 seconds with like the kind of like,
that one too.
I love that, like where it just kind of
the blah 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 blah.
And yeah, then
it's
it comes
like
back in at 4 minutes.
breakdown.
Like, this song is dancey, man. It's just like, ooh.
Yeah, it's a big pick up in the energy level.
And then Design 1,
Design 1, because there's a 2.
Oh yeah, because there's a 2 and
3.
3. So I guess then yes. But like at the beginning, like the little like crispy bits remind me a lot of like that Efterklang album.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. See, again, just because of the LSD, this sounds like walking around Toyland in LSD, pretty much.
Out of context,
that's all I can
fantastic
think of.
line.
Yeah.
Just because of the LSD, this feels a lot like walking around in Toyland.
Yeah. Yes, LSD Dream Emulator. The lucid, scheming dream. The lively, sainty dream.
Would not be surprised if microdosing LSD was involved in the production of this album.
Yeah, both the album and the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Design 1's good.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way that like from like 40-ish seconds on, like a lot of that like stuttery, like resampled sound, like like that kind of stuff. Like I like that a lot. Like that type of like kind of like stuttery glitchiness to it is just. And then like some of the sound effects in this also, like the whoop and stuff, almost sound like the PSI fire sound from Earthbound.
Oh yeah. I definitely hear that. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Yeah, it's an interesting. It's a very interesting album.
It's insane.
There's so much going on at all times.
Oh, International, the
Mm-hmm.
vocal that comes in, I guess around
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Or 3:30, I guess.
You make me
Yeah.
die,
Another song that it always breaks through whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, no, because we've talked about this. I think we actually literally talked about it in the last podcast, or maybe it was 2 podcasts ago, but it's just like delicate female vocals.
Yeah.
Sad, delicate female vocals. Just
And then some electronic, like, especially glitch stuff is just like, the distortion. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I have so many ideas, none of which I know how to execute as a result of this album. I'm like, oh, that sounds really cool. I have no idea how to make that, but man, I do really want to, and I will invest some time in trying to figure it out.
I mean, it's crazy that someone could make an album like this.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. It's bananas. I mean, because here's the thing, right? I vaguely understand how to do some of these things with modern programs that are literally just do time shit. It's oh, I want to skip back and forth between things and do a whole bunch of glitchy stuff. And it's literally drawing curves on a screen and then running the audio through it. And you could decide exactly how long or how short or how much of a buffer it grabs, and it's very precise and very easy to use, and it's literally just a big drag and drop interface, and that didn't exist in 2003. So
you should just ask ChatGPT how to make it.
Yeah, ChatGPT, make glitch music, please.
How can I make music like Sweet Trip?
Just overloads and explodes. Yeah. Somewhere in a data center in California somewhere, an AI catches fire.
I don't have a lot to say about Dedicated, I guess.
I do feel like, though, the start of it has a little bit of the elements of Tekka at the beginning.
Yeah, a little bit. It also reminds me a lot of International with the vocals.
And the vocals in this are really good too. I know you too well to bring up that. And then they double it with the harmonized part. Where is it?
Double it?
Hang
on. You mean like in the middle part? No, that's not doubled though.
Yeah, it's at 2 minutes 40. It's just in the bring out Ted. So instead of doing the
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah, you get the harmony part.
I didn't think of that as doubled, but yes, that is doubled.
Oh
yeah.
God, I love that. That little spice of harmony in there. It's because they could have just repeated the lyric and the song would have still been good, but that little bit of harmony in just that one part is just every song. I know sometimes you're oh, I don't have a lot of songs, but every song on this album, I'm nope, but that thing was really cool.
Yeah, this is good. This song becomes a little too EDM-y for me, I guess.
Dedicated?
This one's a little too this particular beat that he's using here is one that I feel like I've heard a lot.
I do wonder to what degree. I mean, who knows, right? I mean, this is so fucking obscure. Yeah.
I'm sure it's his own. I'm sure he made it himself and everything. But
what I mean is, I wonder if EDM artists have listened to this.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It's so fucking obscure that I don't know if that's the case. But because I know what you're saying. This has a very
I've heard this.
Yes,
beat.
This is a thing that has been done, and it is I don't know if it's is it EDM or is it?
I would say this is EDM.
Yeah, it might be EDM. You might be right that it's EDM where they do this, where it's that kind of crazy.
Yeah. This reminds me of the really intense Aphex Twin stuff.
I can see that.
Yeah. Or not Aphex Twin. What am I saying? Venetian snares. Yeah. That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, then in that case, it might have been the other direction because, I could see really heavy breakbeat stuff.
Yeah. This is just Venetian snares is EDM. So.
Well, they're breakbeat, are they not?
Oh well, breakbeat's just a subgenre of EDM.
Ooh, so is that true?
Yeah, EDM is intelligent dance music.
Well, at IDM
or electronic dance music. IDM, sorry, IDM.
Yeah.
I think.
No, breakcore is a style of EDM. Okay.
Yeah, because it has to be because the EDM covers everything.
Well, okay. The reason why, drum and bass is what I always associate breakbeat being a genre off of, but drum and bass itself is a genre of EDM. So you're correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been in the trenches of the progressive rock genre world, and so I've pulled away from that as much as possible. So I just use metal, rock, EDM. I'll say fair. Electronica if you feel better.
No, it's fine. You're right. It's just I associate a certain thing with EDM that I feel drum and bass music sort of, especially with breakcore, starts to get away from. But because breakcore almost by definition is not
yeah.
danceable. Therefore,
that's-
not electronic dance music.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of IDM, though, right?
Yeah.
Being the descriptor for like, yeah, you can't really dance to it, but it's still dance music just for intelligent people, you know.
Yeah, it's a
This is
horrible
what teenagers
label.
spend their time on, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I thought this was, I don't know, this is maybe my least favorite song, which is not to say it's bad, but it's followed by Chocolate Matter, which is obviously, you know, mind-blowingly good.
Might be the most straightforward of all the songs.
Yeah.
But fantastic. What does it remind me of? I mean, I guess Chocolate Matter reminds me the most of just straight ahead shoegaze.
Yeah, like this reminds me almost like the Pillows a little bit.
Okay. I'm not familiar with the Pillow. I was going to say Slow Dive.
FLCL music.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say Slow Dive. They remind me, which is just like a very, they are a, whatever the fuck they're called.
I can't believe I've never
shoegaze
recommended a Pillows album to you. You would love the Pillows.
Of course I would. I love FLCL. I would love the Pillows.
Yeah, but I mean the way it goes distortion-y at the back half, that's what I love the most. I just love that, like, oh.
Have you listened to a lot of like old school shoegaze?
Me?
Yeah.
Not right now, but I mean,
like in your life?
yeah. I don't know what old school shoegaze is, I guess.
Okay.
So maybe.
Hang on. Hold the phone for a moment.
I've definitely listened to a lot of shoegaze.
Yeah, but like
But that doesn't mean
original flavor shoegaze. Hang on. This is the thing. This is Pearl by Chapter House. This is you might like this. This is old school. Also, there's a cat, which is great. You don't have to listen to the whole thing, obviously, but just kind of click through it. You can kind of get an idea of like it's like
Nope, never. Yeah, definitely not. Never heard anything like that.
like towards the end it gets like super distorted and like yeah. Okay, listen to Chapter House. It's
I definitely listen to like progressive shoegaze, I guess.
Yeah. So like I was very surprised the first time I listened to like shoegaze, I was like, oh, this is not what I thought that it was. So yeah, if you like Chocolate Matter is shoegaze, like is like very traditional old school shoegaze, which I believe Sweet Trip also is.
Yeah, and then you should listen to this at some point, but you don't have to do it right now.
Okay. Oh, the Pillows. Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you
You'll
should. You could maybe recommend the Pillows album next time.
Yeah.
So then, to all the dancers of the world, a round form of fantasy.
Yes, I love the start of this song. The like RPG sound almost.
Oh yeah.
Very 8-bit.
Oh, when it gets to like a minute, like again that like super glitchy.
Yeah, it's a very post-rocky song, I feel like.
I mean anything that's like 6 minutes or over.
Yeah, it's true.
We're getting into post-rock territory for sure. But yeah, like really delicate female vocals, but then glitched out to like hell is like super like repeating. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's a great song.
And then what is it? Like 2 minutes something? Yeah, 2 minutes 20. That almost sounds kind of like breakbeatish.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love the repeating vocals there. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, and it gets really distorted towards the end. Again, that kind of like they're starting to get more into like back into like the shoegazy type of noise.
Yes.
By the way, interestingly enough, since you probably don't know this, but the big innovation was shoegaze, right? Like what they were doing to get a lot of their sound is normally what you do is
I mean, you're talking about the foot pedals, right?
well, it's specifically what they were doing with one element of that is like normally you would run your distortion into reverb. You'd run your distortion into reverb, right? So like you'd have distortion and then it would be like diffused into reverb. And like that's how almost everybody records guitars when they're using reverb. It's distortion first, reverb second. They were like other way. Reverb plugged into distortion. So all of the diffusion and all of the like washiness of the reverb itself gets distorted. And that's where you get that massive distortion sound that you hear in a lot of like the shoegazy stuff. Like when they're like going hard at the end, is it's reverb going into distortion instead of the other way around. And boy, does it make a difference. It's a whole different sound.
I can't appreciate that, but I believe you.
I one of these days I'll have to just like maybe when you're over here next I'll have to show you and just be like, all right, I'm gonna play this one way and then I'm gonna switch the order of those two things and you're gonna be like, oh, that's what happens. And then Design 2-3.
Yeah, a strong finisher.
It is very video gamey.
Much better than Design 1. They truly iterated on the design.
They did in fact get both the design and the velocity and the comfort.
Yeah, it's like it's restrained almost. the distortion at the start, but still very present.
Yeah, it's almost like they like low passed it, or no, high passed it. So it's like it's just a little bit at the top.
Yeah, just so they can build into it for that crazy like guitar solo or keyboard solo, whatever the fuck's going on in like minute 30 on.
I think that is guitar. I think that is guitar.
Yeah, it is. It's insane though.
Oh yeah. It's just like it's just and that, but it's like it sounds fucking nuts.
And you can barely tell it apart from the distortion. It's great. Yeah. No, I love it. And I have to assume that is like the transition to 3 within the song title.
Oh.
Yeah, and the vocals are still really beautiful the whole time.
Yeah, it's like what's the name of that one band? Velvet Underground.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Reminds me of like, what is that? It's like that one song by the Velvet Underground that's like really famous. Like Nice Day or something like that.
No clue.
For some reason, the vocals in this remind me of that. I think that I'm thinking of the right band, but it's entirely possible that I'm not, because
I don't listen to too much Velvet Underground, so can't help you too much here.
No worries. But yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, a find. This was a find.
I'm glad you liked it. As soon as I listened to it, I was like, all right, Steven's going to like this. This goes to the top of the list.
Yeah, 100%. As soon as I started listening to it, I was just like, okay, this is real shit right here.
This is the real shit.
This is the real shit.
The question, Sweet Trip is the answer, and the question is, what's poppin'?
What's poppin'? This, you know what this was? This was all bangers.
Hell yeah, man. This
is an all bangers. I feel like bangers is not even really like appropriate. They're better than bangers.
Yeah, what's better than bangers? This is that.
Bangers is like, I don't know. Bangers is like having some beers on the weekend. This is like a fine, like, I don't know. This is like a nicely aged soy sauce. It's perfect.
All right, excellent.
Let's do this before my neck fully breaks.
Yes, absolutely. So run the jewels too. Run the jewels. Okay, do you know what my biggest problem was while listening to this album? Was I could never remember the name of the band. So I was very glad that in every single song they reminded me exactly what the name of the band was.
Run the jewels. Yeah. This band is like a business. They take their promotion very seriously.
I mean, the intro of this is pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, Killer Mike is fucking awesome. I mean, not Killer Mike. God damn it.
Is Killer Mike, right? At the beginning?
No, wait a second. Isn't Killer Mike the other guy? Wait, who's...
Yeah, because at the beginning he says Killer Mike. He goes, come on, LP, let's go.
Okay, yeah. Oh, it is LP. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that is Killer Mike. I don't know what I was thinking. I got confused. I thought it was reversed for some reason.
It's okay. They say each other's names pretty much constantly, so you can almost never forget. Okay.
This album is fucking awesome. Yeah.
Okay, I did like this. I mean, let's get that out of the way. I did enjoy this. This was good. This was good. I mean, like, and
I'm just glad you can say that about like a pure hip hop album now. That's you've come so far, Jason.
I mean, okay. Let's zoom out for a moment here.
Sure.
It's not necessarily that I dislike hip hop. I mean, there was a very brief period of time where I did try to get into hip hop and sort of did listen to it for a little bit and then stopped.
Sure.
The main issue that I ran into with hip hop is that from a musical perspective, because I didn't really have any understanding of what was like underlying it.
Yeah,
I didn't really because I didn't care about electronic music for the most part.
Yeah, it's totally understandable.
Yeah. So it's like I the only element that I had was specifically just the rap part.
Yeah, which is the part that I like the least too.
So it's like for me, I was just like, all right, whatever. Like it's good, but like, eh. So like now that I understand the underlying elements of it, it's like yes, I agree. That does open up a tremendous amount more to me than I had previously.
They are, especially Run the Jewels they're like 100% production. Because I would contrast this with someone I've been listening to recently called Viper.
Okay.
Just listen to this a little bit. I mean, his production is still really good, but like this guy's also like the exact opposite of Run the Jewels in terms of like his image and personality.
Yeah, this is a much more like standard, I guess.
I mean his shit is wild and way out there, but like yes, I understand what you're getting at.
Like I feel like I've heard this beat a lot.
He has a very simple beat and he's rapping over it. But like, I would say that like in some ways I like this almost more than Run the Jewels.
Well, some of the what
We're
is
listening
it?
to Y'all Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack by Viper. For anyone
Sorry.
interested. Just by the way, if you ever look up Viper, there's a whole rabbit hole. But suffice to say, Y'all Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack.
No, I mean, yeah, like, there's some interesting musical elements with like the piano and like the guitar kind of happening.
No, yeah, his production is still really good, but it's not showy like Run the Jewels is.
No. I mean, we'll talk about showy very soon.
Yeah,
in this, specifically track 4. But yeah, no, LP is a genius with regards to production. Absolutely.
Yeah. And
like,
Killer Mike is so he's the best frontman ever.
Yes. Well, I mean, I guess because they both rap on this, yeah?
Oh yeah, of course. I just mean like Killer Mike is like, you know, more the like, you know, in the Penn and Teller mix up.
I see what you mean. Yes,
Penn
he is
and not Teller.
Yes. It is a partnership, but he is definitely the big personality of the two.
Yeah, but they're both great rappers, obviously. Yeah, I love the Oh My Darling Don't Cry is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, I mean, so
the second
that
one,
that beginning of it. Oh my god, like just the shit that he makes beats out of, and oh god, yeah, the fucking like little beeps.
Yeah, it's just so fancy.
Jesus Christ. No, I mean, yeah. I have a lot to say about the production on this. So if, like,
I'm sure.
Okay, so we can focus on the production. Let me just get this out of the way then. One of the struggles that I have with rap, and this is not true of all rap, but it is true of. I mean, it's true of this album certainly, and it is true of many other of them. Is that like rap is very understandable. Like you can understand what they're saying. Like probably on purpose, because like part of the I assume part of the point is diction and being able to like actually say the words in an understand like mumble rap aside, like actually being able to understand the rhymes is tantamount to the thing.
Yeah, it's very important.
Which means that you hear the lyrics, and sometimes the lyrics are dick in the mouth all day. And I don't care, you know? Like
oh yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, you know me. I'm certainly not actually understanding what they're saying.
Yeah.
Because I don't do that with any music.
And for me, as somebody that like focuses a lot on the lyrics, when they are so present, it's the stuff that is cringy to me.
What, you don't like smoke the kush, eat the puss?
Yes. So, and here's the thing, right? For anybody that's about to be like, okay, but Jason, hear me out.
We did just listen to On Mars.
I listen to metal a lot, right?
Yeah, which is way worse.
And metal is extremely cringy, okay? Okay? It is. If you look up the lyrics, metal, my God, so cringy. Jesus Christ. But, and especially with regards to the metal that I listen to, you can't fucking understand it. So you have to go out of your way to listen to the lyrics, because most of the time it's just like, it's very easy to turn off. And so, like, that is always my struggle with this stuff, is like, when the lyrics are cringy, I can't help but hear them because it's such a prominent element of the song in a way that, like, the genres that I normally listen to, it's like, it's easy to ignore. It's like, yeah, okay, you're saying some weird bullshit, but I don't care because it just sounds like, wah! And I'm like, okay, cool. I don't need to care.
No, I totally, I can respect that viewpoint for sure, because I'm that way with some songs as well.
Yeah. So putting all that aside, fuck, man, holy shit. Like and ignoring some of the things that are being said. And by the way, some of the lines in here are fucking fantastic. But like, God, they're fucking like, their flow in this is insane.
Yeah. I mean, they're amazing songs. And I mean, this is another, I don't know if you ever looked up any of the music videos for these songs.
I have not.
But like, they're great. They're amazing. Especially, I think Lie, Cheat, and Steal has a really good one. But like, they're so showy. It's crazy.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, I love them. They're really good.
Like a minute 35 on Oh Darling Don't Cry. It's like the way that he like switches from like one like rhythm to another rhythm in his flow. It's just like, Jesus. I mean, like it's hard to do, and I'm hearing him do it. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, it's effortless, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, this is like, I have to guess that this is very similar to like what, like the G3 Dreef G4, whatever that thing we went to.
Yeah.
Is this the G4 of rapping? Like,
I have no idea.
It feels like it.
It does. No, it does. 100%. Yeah. I think that's still Eminem's one rap.
Oh yeah, like Rap God or whatever it is.
Yeah, Rap God. I think that is still the top.
Well, I mean, that's like the Michelangelo Battio of like, you know, like two guitars on fire, like, you know.
Yeah. And of course, it's very, you know, these first 3 songs are so heavily front loaded too.
Okay, I'm glad you said. I was about to say that this album feels like it's front loaded to shit. Like,
yeah,
holy fuck.
Yeah, I find that happens with almost every rap album.
Well, you got to get the bangers right out, man.
Yeah, they put those bangers right out.
You got to shut. I mean, I guess if you look at the plays, it's like, so 2 million plays for the first, like 20 million, 19 million, 28, and then 1.2.
Yeah. Although, where do you think it starts falling off?
Let me try to figure that out, because I had an answer to this and I forgot what it was.
I know what my answer is.
I guess it's probably Lie, Cheat, Steal.
Is that the last good one or the first bad one?
No. The first bad one is All Due Respect.
Oh, interesting. You skip over Boots. You like Boots.
I think that Boots is, I mean, because Boots is good, I think.
Boots is one of the ones I haven't listened to as much, because for a lot of these songs, I listen to them as singles for like, 20 trillion times first. So I've only listened to Boots like 3 or 4 times, I guess.
I feel like it's on the borderline. I'll give you that. It's on the borderline, but it's not.
It doesn't have the same frantic energy, I guess. It's the first time they sort of feels like they calm down a little bit.
Yeah. The problem is, though, Close Your Eyes is so good.
Yes, it is.
Like, it's so good. And also, I mean, it's Zach De La Rocha, and Zach De La Rocha does feel a little bit like cheating because he is amazing. Like, he's always a treat when he shows up.
Who is Zach De La Rocha? Who is that guy?
Okay, so you
Rage
don't
Against
know.
the Machine?
Yes.
Oh, shit. I do know Rage Against the Machine, thankfully.
Yes, you do.
I'm not that far out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, his verse... First of all, I mean, like, the whole beginning is him.
Yeah, I know, yeah, with the Run the Jewels part, right?
Yeah. Run the jewels fast, run the... I mean, like, LP making that into a beat. Again, it's like, it's right along the lines of Oh, Darling, Don't Cry. Like, it's just so fucking good to turn that into a beat.
Yes, I mean, that's one of the things I love most about them is them doing that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this song is so good. Yeah, of course that's Rage Against the Machine. God, I can't believe I didn't hear it before. Yeah, it's so clearly Rage Against the Machine. Wow.
Where is his first, though?
It's like 230 or 240, I guess. 250.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm fucking Zach De La Rocha, man. Just like...
Yeah, he's multi-talented. I
mean, so it has the thing, too. Like, so I was wondering this while I was listening to this. Is like, so is Rage Against the Machine considered rap?
I have no idea.
Because, I mean, he does rap. I mean, Zach De La Rocha does rap. But
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think it's still considered rock.
It's rap rock for sure. But I wonder if, like, people put it... Because it's like, what is the difference to you, I ask, between Rage Against the Machine and Death Grips? Because I feel like they're playing in a similar space, but I feel like Death Grips is much more considered to be rap than Rage Against the Machine is.
I mean, I would just say if Rage Against the Machine is rap rock, Death Grips is rap electronica.
Oh, but aren't they like, I mean, isn't it a drummer in a...
Yeah, sure, but I don't. That's not how I mean, I know that's technically the definition of it. I just mean in the sense of like...
I'll admit I don't actually listen to that much Death Grips. In my mind, I had thought that Death Grips was mainly like it was a...
It is a physical drummer doing it, yes.
Oh, I thought there was a guitarist for some reason. No, it's an audio engineer. Okay.
Yeah, it's an audio engineer, yeah.
Okay.
So it's more electronica.
Oh, okay. You know what? In my mind, for some reason, I just had imagined a guitarist there instead of...
Yeah.
Instead of a... Okay.
Have you gone back and listened to Death Grips again?
No, I haven't. I mean, like, recommend the Death Grips albums to me. I will try again on Death Grips.
Because, like, if you like Run the Jewels now, you're gonna really love Death Grips. I'm sure.
You're gonna have to hit me with a.
Sure, I will. I definitely will.
You know what? There we go. You've got you're ahead of the curve now. You got
I have my two
album
albums,
and you have a Death Grips album, and then we're done.
Yeah, because like as good as Run the Jewels is, like they're a delicious burger from. Oh, I hate to say it this way because it's unfair to them. They're like a delicious Big Mac from McDonald's, whereas like Death Grips is a, an artisan crafted, burger from Big Daddy's or whatever,
Interesting. Okay. Because from what I remember of Death Grips, I would almost imagine it being the other way. Like this feels so like Run the Jewels feels so ridiculously like meticulous, but
I just mean that like Run the Jewels is like corporate music. This is like cleaned up, super fancy.
It's hilarious.
It's
considering some of the lyrical content, I find that hilarious.
Yeah, but I mean that's what mainstream lyrical content is like smoking weed and fucking shit and
but when are you
Death Grips is like do fucking crack in your basement with a fucking razor while you're overthrowing the government and let's put a Charles Manson like over this. Like it's punk rap.
But when
it's
are you
punk
gonna
rap?
But it's so funny though, because like I almost feel like this is kind of a lot. I mean, it's like when are you gonna unite and kill the police, motherfuckers, or take over a jail?
Yeah, that's like the most bog standard. That's as mainstream as you get. Is that kind of stuff? Just like committing crimes, fucking women, smoking drugs.
Gotta smoke those drugs. You gotta smoke the kush and beat the puss and
gotta smoke the kush and beat the puss. That's the mainstream.
Also, by the way, we completely skipped over Blockbuster Night Part 1, but I have to mention that you got to Jake the Snake him, DDT him in mausoleums. I mean, like, I can't not mention that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love. Yeah. I mean, this is such a good album. I think Lie, Cheat, and Steal is like the peak for me, though.
Well, hang on though. We have to mention All My Life.
Oh okay? Yeah. I mean, yes.
It's important. Specifically because this one has like the fucking Dream Theater part in the middle.
It does. Yeah.
Okay, you know exactly what I'm... Okay, thank you. I was making sure I'm not crazy. I'm like, oh, it's Dream Theater. It's like... I'm like, oh, okay, it's that one part from that one Dream Theater song on Scenes from a Memory Part 2. I'm like, okay.
Wait, what part are you talking about? I'm talking about the part at a minute with the vocals. What are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, it's at a minute, but like what the guitar is doing?
What the guitar is doing?
Listen to what the guitar is doing at 1 minute.
Oh God, yeah, that I don't hear that past the vocals.
That's
crazy.
That's
you're
that
right,
part
though.
in that Dream Theater song. Is that Home by Dream Theater? I feel like
I don't really. I don't know.
Hang on. It's not, but it sort of is.
Yeah, I think the lyrics sound like Dream Theater. I don't really understand.
Oh, there's definitely an element of the guitars doing something that was in a Dream Theater. So it was the guitar that I was actually focusing on, but
I guess happy coincidence.
Although, like the way he says like "go," that also for some reason reminds me of that Dream Theater song. I don't know why.
Go? What's the timestamp?
1:13, and then again at 1:23, and again at 1 minute 30.
Oh my God, you're just. It's like I don't even hear these things, Jason.
How is this happening? This is we're having a total role reversal here. Normally I'm the one that's like, wait, what's happening? You're focusing on the lyrics and I'm focusing on the background elements.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, are we doing like a Freaky Friday? Is that what's happening? Because it's Sunday. That's not
because the lyrics to me are they're so incomprehensible that they like they are just an instrument. Like I can't understand anything LP is saying right now. It just sounds like and it's great. I love that. I love that sound. But
you love when you can't understand the lyrics.
I love it. Yeah, it's great. I wish we were all like that.
Yeah, I love so at the beginning of Lie, Cheat, and Steal though. I do love that little arpeggiator at the beginning.
Yes.
Always.
That's the best part. Yeah.
This does have some good, good verses around like what is it? I guess like 144. Like who really run this? When they say who run this.
Oh yeah. I love that part. Yeah.
Oh, this is good. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I mean, some of this, I guess you're right. Like it is like the most like milquetoast of possible like stances on things. But like it does. This has like an element of like punkiness to it. But
it's just cleaned up punkiness.
Yeah,
it's marketable. Yeah, that's all. It's pop rap. I love it. It's great, but like definitely is not the like grungy street level stuff.
Yes, we're not doing crack off razor blades.
I mean, fucking, they like endorsed Bernie or whatever, right? Like, I mean, they're cool, obviously, but like, they're in the mainstream for sure.
No, I feel like, okay, so you say early first bad track. I do feel like I like some of the production on this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's not bad. It's just, I feel like they lose their momentum. It's like we're kind of back to just being a beat.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I guess All Due Respect does have some good, like, it has some good, like, flow parts to it. Like, I mean, like, there's some, like, rapid fire shit happening. I feel like Travis Barker, the most useless feature of all time.
God. Yeah, I didn't even realize. Yeah, you're right. Travis Barker. What does he even do here?
I guess he's playing the snare drum. That's what he does. That's his claim to fame is he knows. Look, There's some good Blink-182 albums, and I do sometimes like his stuff, but like I feel like Travis Barker is one of the more overrated drummers. It's like, I'm not a good drummer, okay? He's a better drummer than I'll ever be in my entire lifetime, and that's fine, okay? But like, I feel like most of his claim to fame is he just knows rudiments on a snare drum. And it's like, okay, that's cool, I guess.
He did it.
But like, you know, does he need a feature on this? Is he contributing a lot?
Yeah, see, this is what I mean by this is like a mainstream court. You know, they got him on there because, you know, Travis Barker's agent was like, yo, Travis Barker would really love to be on your like next Run the Jewels album.
So he can hit the snare drum a couple times.
So he can hit the snare drum and get advertised. Yeah.
He just wants to bang on the drum all day.
And maybe he'll invite you to one of his Blink-182 concerts and you guys can get your audiences to cross mingle and grow and make more money for yourself.
So regardless of whether or not this is a good or a bad song, I will say, Love Again, I listened to it twice and I skipped it every other time.
Yeah, it's the back half. It does the same thing, I feels like, the whole time, which is just like the duh.
I mean, it's
beat.
like, it doesn't do anything interesting in particular from a production perspective, and it's dick in the mouth all day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's, you know.
And like, by the way, people, I get that it's a satire, right? Like, I get that this one in particular is a satire, but like, the lyrics are still dick in the mouth all day. Like, they still are that. Like, that is.
Yeah. Dick in the mouth all day.
Crowd, I feel like, has an interesting intro.
You mean like the synth part?
Yeah, and then like you kind of like the beat kind of switches a little bit when like the drums come in. Like, you get like kind of a different feel.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a nice intro for this song.
It's kind of like meh from like a lyrical perspective, I guess. It's like okay. And I don't know that it does a lot super interesting over the course of it, but I do like the intro.
It's just, it's very standard. Mm-hmm. They rap over a beat and there's some chorus vocals. You know, you were correct at the start. It is front loaded.
Yeah.
Not that it's not a good song still. I like the guitar part at the back half around like what 3 minutes. Yeah, it's cool, but like they could have used that and 3 more things.
Yeah,
in the song.
It feels like they kind of shot their production load in the first 5 songs. They were like,
yeah. I mean, there's 11 songs on this album. This could have been just 7 songs, and it would have been great. But you know, they went with 12.
Angel Duster is an okay outro.
It is.
All things considered.
I think every album we've had so far today has finished strong at least. And Angel Duster is good. It finishes strong.
And they do remind you, RTJ.
Oh my God, they do. Yeah. There's even a little bump on my YouTube for the most played part, and that's the part RTJ.
Please subscribe. Hit like and bell. RTJ.
Yeah. I will say I do really like this song. The beat here is great.
No. Like I said, it does finish strong. I'm down with this song. Like, I feel like I kind of like zone out a little bit from 8 through 10, but then this comes back in.
Yeah, 100%. Those are the weakest ones. So I guess it's less front loaded and more just like there's 4 bad songs on the album.
Yeah,
and that's pretty acceptable.
I guess the lesson that we've learned here is that Zach De La Rocha, just put him on every track.
Yeah, just put him on there. Yeah, just Rage Against the Machine.
God, man. But yeah, no, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this more than I expected to. And
I'm very glad to hear that.
Yeah, this was good. I would listen to the fucking Close Your Eyes again. Like,
oh yeah, dude, I listened to Close Your Eyes when that. You should really go listen to the music videos.
Okay,
they're just really fun.
Yeah, I listened to these a lot in the background at work, and so it wasn't exactly like, you know, having a music video on was going to be.
No, of course not. Yeah,
but I should actually like watch the music video. I could see that being cool.
Yeah, they're very fun, and they really elevate the music, I feel like.
Okay, well, I mean, that is, you know, a good music video should do that, right?
Yes,
like,
exactly.
If you're going to make a music video,
what I want.
Make it actually be worth filming.
Especially because I have so much trouble understanding lyrics. It helps me understand the emotional core they're going for. Because sometimes I'm wrong, and I'm like, oh, that's what they meant the song to be about. Oh.
I don't have that problem, but okay.
I have that problem a lot.
I don't.
Where I'm like, oh, I thought this song was supposed to be happy, but it's actually really depressing. Or the other way around.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, no, this is a good recommend. This is So yeah, throw me a Death Grips album next time. We're fucking
definitely. I guess I know the 2 albums I'll recommend: The Pillows and a Death Grips album.
Yeah, I do know one of the albums I will recommend, and then I will pick one more.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, man. This was excellent.
All
bangers. This was an all-banger episode.
All bangers, yeah. Everyone, we all recommended bangers. Hell yeah.
All killer, but in fact, no filler.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.